BTS's Jimin and Jungkook are in full studio now. BTS's comeback is getting real. Today is one of the most exciting days for the ARMY in the world. BTS's two brightest members, Jimin and Jungkook, reportedly spent a full day at HYBE label's secret studio. Their activities, which were carried out in a closed and intense manner, immediately sparked great expectations that BTS's comeback would be even more real, which is still the hottest puzzle in the K-pop universe since the morning. The front gate of the HYBE building has been filled with camera lenses of fan sites and media crews trying to capture their arrival. At around 9:12 a.m. South Korean time, a black van used by BTS members was seen entering HYBE's basement at a constant speed. Soon, fans began to share photos of Jimin wearing a bucket hat and a navy hoodie, while Jungkook looks more clothed with a black mask and oversized jacket, according to an inside source who declined to be named. The two went straight to the top floor that is usually used for private recording rooms. No breaks, no extra staff, just the two of them, and most likely the internal producer HYBE, who BTS has trusted so much since the B era. What makes this day special is the fact that Jimin and Jungkook didn't go out at all for over 10 hours. This is rare, even for BTS members. Usually, they insert a lunch break or a relaxing time out of the studio. This time, however, none of them look out. Indicates that the ongoing creative process is so intense and focused. One of the updates from Weverse caught the attention of fans. A short post from a well-known producer that simply said 2 vocals, 1 story, in a minute. The post is directly linked to Jungkook's activities in the studio today. Many believe that both are working on a song that is not just about vocal harmony, but it also holds deep stories that may describe their emotional journeys as best friends, brothers, and group mates. Local media even referred to this day as Jungkook's full studio day because it happens that no other official HYBE activity is scheduled. HYBE workers in the surrounding area were also asked not to photograph, record, or leak anything from the floor. This tightening of security only happens if BTS is working on something really important and confidential. The comeback signal was even stronger when a music engineer from Japan who had worked on the map of the Seoul project, Seven, retweeted a picture of the HYBE building with the caption, "The vibes are the same as 2019. Get ready." This comment was invaded by thousands of fans who felt that moments like this, the silent recording, the faint signal, and the presence of Jungkook, it's a sign of something monumental. What makes fans even more excited is the fact that today, Jimin and Jungkook don't just work side by side, but they also seem to give each other emotional support. A staff member leaked that a dinner was sent to the recording room at about 1800 hours. They only ordered 2 light Korean specialties, a possibility to stay focused while not getting too full. The meal came along with 2 bottles of cold latte coffee, both of their favorite drinks since their trainee days. After sunset, and the light in the studio was still on, fans outside began to sing the song, "Still With You," Jungkook slowly, followed by Jimin's "Promise." The songs echo quietly among the chill of the Seoul night, creating a magical atmosphere that feels very personal, as if the fans wanted to say, "We're here, waiting for you to come back." Tonight, there was no official statement from HYBE. However, it is precisely the silence that becomes the most sonorous signal that something is happening, something big, emotional. It could be the beginning of a new era for BTS, unexpectedly, until 0:47 a.m. Korean time. The light from one of the rooms on the top floor of the HYBE labels building was still brightly lit. The fans who waited since the morning showed no signs of fatigue. Instead, more and more arrived, either because the news began to spread widely in the online community that Jimin and Jungkook were still not out of the studio, or because of a strong premonition that tonight is not an ordinary night. One of the fans, known as the admin of the fan site, Serendipity Magic, he reported through his social media accounts that he had heard Jimin's distinctive shrill vocal tone when the studio window opened slightly when technicians entered. Not only that, Jungkook's low and emotional voice sounded faint. It was as if the two were singing the chorus of a song that had never been heard before. This immediately fueled speculation that tonight was the night of the recording of the lead vocals, the most crucial stage in the making of the song. The reaction from fans around the world was very diverse, from excitement, curiosity, to passionate speculation. Many have referred to this as an official sign that BTS has set in motion their creative engine for the 2026 era. Several Korean media outlets began to bring the issue to their main pages. The articles were titled, "Jungkook is still in the studio. Is this BTS's new song and BTS comeback starts at midnight?" It became a hot topic of discussion. Although there has been no confirmation from the agency, public enthusiasm is unstoppable. Meanwhile, some internal sources mentioned that the studio where Jimin and Jungkook are tonight is not just an ordinary studio. This is a room specially designed by HYBE for high-scale projects, with a 3D surround sound system, lighting that can adjust the mood of the song, and even individual acoustic recording rooms separated by glass. The fact that only the two of them were in the room showed the high confidence the company placed in Jungkook's musical strength. One of the staff, who had left the building at 0:30, had answered the reporter's question with a smile and a short sentence. "They're in the best moment." The answer did not satisfy the public's curiosity, but it sparked more curiosity. What's the best moment going on in there? Some fans even suspect that the project is not just for BTS, but also the possible release of an official duet of Jimin and Jungkook, something that has only been a dream for ARMY. They have proven their incredible vocal chemistry on stage and in songs like "We Don't Talk Anymore" cover, or when performing together at the Permission to Dance on Stage concert. Now, if they actually record something completely new, Jungkook's one-song duet will be a new milestone that will not only thrill the fandom, but also the international music world. What is also no less interesting, at exactly 1:05, Jungkook's Weverse account suddenly became active. He didn't upload anything, but his online status was enough to make ARMY virtually scream. A few minutes later, Jimin was also seen active, before the two disappeared again. No posts, just a silent presence that feels seductive and deep, as if notifying that they are busy, but want to say, "Wait a little more." Outside the building, the voices of the fans slowly dimmed. Some began to look down with a thin blanket on their shoulders, waiting in silence. But in that silence, the spirit is not extinguished. Every second counts. Every door that opens, every shadow behind the glass, every reflection of the lights, all became part of a long story tonight that will be remembered in the history of BTS and Jungkook. I don't know what they're recording. I don't know what kind of songs they will create. But one thing is certain, tonight, the world paused to listen to the creative pulse of two friends who have grown up together amid the light and darkness of the stage, and perhaps, when the song is finally released later, we will know that it all began on this long and silent night, when Jimin and Jungkook chose not to stop. Tonight is not just another night at the HYBE building, and Jimin and Jungkook are not just two idols who are recording. They are a symbol of long journeys, deep friendships, and an unflagging artistic commitment. As the world slumbers, they choose to stay awake not out of necessity, but out of a deep love for music, to the ARMY, and to the dreams they still want to realize together. If it is true that this is the beginning of BTS's new project, or even the official duet release of Jungkook, and so history has begun to be written since tonight. No words, no big announcements, just quiet work, a studio light that stays on, and a song that flows from the deepest heart for ARMYs around the world. Tonight is proof that no matter how long they wait, BTS, especially Jimin and Jungkook, never really far away. They are just preparing something worthy of the time and love you have given them. And when dawn comes, there may be no song released yet, no teaser, no confirmation. But our hearts know something is growing, is blooming behind the walls of that studio. Because tonight, two best friends embark on a big step, and we will all walk with them, as always. Get ready. A new era of BTS is being created.